So what you're saying is in long-term relationships, well, the term habituation, I'm sure you're familiar with that, where we habituate, we just become used to each other. And even in sex, sexual satiety, where we're satiated, we have that feeling of fullness. Okay, I'm going to roll over and go to bed. I know there's a lot of things chemically in the brain going on, even with that piece. But how then so if that's what happens, and I know you're a specialist in hot monogamy, like keeping monogamy hot over the long term, so what can a couple do if they have encountered this problem of boredom or just getting into habit and routine?
And one, I do think it is important to begin to have conversations about this. Like some of the studies we see on improving sex, and sex meaning like penetration, non-penetration, just physical intimacy in many ways is what I mean by sex here. And what we see is that talking about it is actually one of the first things. Like I think the stat is 91% of couples that say they're happy with their sex life, really happy, talk about it. And so when we're not talking about it and actually together co-creating our experiences, co-exploring our fantasies,
Right.
we're going to get stuck in that rut. So there's strategies I have for talking about it. But one of the things that we do, and for a standpoint of novelty, is I look at novelty in many ways as like, I'm going to oversimplify this just to get
Okay.
people thinking about this as people, places, and things. These are ways we can keep things novel. So for people in a monogamous relationships, this winds up being maybe role playing, right? So thinking about, okay, well, how can you role play different things? Maybe you're something cliche like the sexy secretary or whatever it is, right? Just like finding that ways to role play is one example of bringing people in a monogamous relationship. Places are as simple as like what you can think about around like, hey, well, if you always are intimate in the bedroom, maybe you're going to be intimate in the closet, maybe in the shower, maybe on the floor, right? I know a couple that has had so much great closet sex, it could just, that's their like
That's
top
awesome.
place, right? And so we really want to think then about like, okay, where we're doing it, and even then in different positions, like having I love having sex position books by my bed, and it just can be a fun thing to just like flip through every once in a while, just get like inspired around like, huh, we've never tried that position, or like we've never
What's one
really
of your
kind of,
favorite? What? Tell me
okay.
what